Hey everyone, Taylor from Chimera Gaming, and we are going to be taking a look at a box of Strixhaven collector boosters today. I'm going to get right into this because I'm pretty excited. As most of you probably know, there are mystical archive cards in this set, which is a separate list of cards that they aren't put into standard or anything like that, but they are legal in the limited format of this set. And in the collector booster specifically, the mystical archive cards come in a foil etched and a Japanese foil etched version. I'm sure some of you have seen. If you haven't, they're much different than the Commander Legends ones. Some might argue for worse, some might argue for better. I personally like the accenting on the English ones quite a bit, even though it's probably a little lackluster overall, but I still like them. The Japanese ones, there's probably just a little too little of the etching on there, but we're going to take a look anyway, crack open one of these boxes. It should be super sweet either way. You get a bunch of mystical archive cards in every single pack, and yeah, we're going to hop right into it. We got 12 collector boosters here, and this is the first time I've opened a pack, so we're going to take this first one a little slow, and then hopefully, assuming these packs actually follow the same kind of layout, we'll probably go a little faster and skip all these, hopefully what are supposed to be commons at the front of the pack, every single pack. So let's get right into it. We got a foil Blood Age General to start things off. Pretty exciting, right? So a lot of really cool uncommons in this set. There's some of the black-white uncommons that are really strong. The removal spells and the rip apart, which is the red-white kind of like wear and tear type effect, but it also deals 3 damage to something. It's really cool. To start things off, we've got a foil Venerable Warsinger, a full art Curiosity Crafter. Always forget to do this and set up some sort of piles. A full art Archmage Emeritus. This card started out pretty low in price and has kind of gained a little bit of traction over the course of the spoiler season. Pretty neat one. We've got an etched Adventurous Impulse. So I'm going to try and hold this up so that you can see the accenting on there. So if you look at the top right on the borders here, you've got the etching on there, and then this little border style thing on the side, and right on the bottom there is all gold. I'm sorry, that's probably a little out of focus up there. There we go. But yeah, so a little low on the etching probably, but these ones, at least the English ones, are still pretty cool. We've got Swords to Plowshares. I think there's like 4 1-mana white mystical archive cards in this set. I think this is Swords to Plowshares. I'm really sorry if it is not. It is also the etched version, so I don't know if I'll even be able to really catch it, but you can see right on the borders of the text box and the type box there, you've got some etching. Very minimal etching overall. Not even the mana symbol is etched. Some people were pretty disappointed about these, but we'll see how it turns out. Yeah, we've got a foil Duress, pretty cool, and a foil Despark. Really awesome. That's in the rare slot of the Mystical Archives, and a foil token. So that was pretty cool. We got a foil rare, 2 full art cards, 2 different of the etched cards, one of them English, one of them Japanese. I don't think there's a foil etched Japanese in every pack. I might be wrong on that though. We're going to see in the second pack. But yeah, that was pretty neat. Hopefully we keep getting some cool stuff. So let's get right into the second pack here. Assuming it's going to be pretty close to the same, and yeah, in terms of its layout. Let's just put that stuff up there. We've got a Frostboil Snarl, the finishing of the Shadows over Innistrad land cycle is in this set. It's really cool. It's nice to actually see Wizards finishing some of these land cycles. There's a whole bunch of them over the last few years that haven't gotten finished. Dika, Fractal Theorist, as a full art. Basic Conjuration, one of the lesson cards, also full art. A foil etched Snakeskin Veil. Pretty neat. I'm pretty sure that is a Demonic Tutor, no? Might be a Doomblade. I really wish I looked at these Japanese ones a little closer. I honestly cannot tell with some of them, but it is foil etched either way. That is really awesome. It is a mythic, so this has got to be Demonic Tutor. It's got to be. It's got to be. That's a really big hit if so. So that is really, really awesome. This is a foil 2-mana red card. And a full art foil Beladros Witherbloom. That is really sick. The way they did the colorings on the Elder Dragons in their full art versions is really, really awesome. I'm super impressed with the saturation of the colors in this set. Well, that was a pretty exciting second pack. I am really, really sorry that I don't know these Japanese cards a little better. I probably should have looked over them real quick, at least to know the big ones. That is my mistake. But if you know, I'm sure you're excited, and I will be just as excited after I go and actually look these things up. Illuminate History as our foil. We've also got a foil Archmage Emeritus that we got a full art of earlier. Incarnation Technique has Demonstrate. Pretty awesome. That's one of the commander cards for sure. Ooh, a full art Jadzi, Oracle of Arcavios. Some people are pretty excited about this card. The backside, Journey to the Oracle. You may put any number of land cards from your hand onto the battlefield. It's pretty sweet. We've got what I'm assuming is Divine Gambit in the Japanese etched. Sign in Blood for English foil etched. Pretty neat. Foil Village Rites. Oops, I had a different pile for that. I guess I should probably put that over there. We've got a foil Village Rites and Urza's Rage. That's definitely Urza's Rage in our Japanese foil. Man, the foil Mystical Archive cards in this set and a super damaged token at the top there. Thankfully, did not hit our Urza's Rage, but look at that damage right at the top. That is pretty brutal. Pest token on the back. But yeah, the foil Japanese versions of these Mystical Archives are just stunning. I think you can see this on camera, just the accenting of the foiling process on this card is just beautiful. It's beautiful. I'm really, really happy that they did a good job with the foils. Also, if you haven't seen yet, a lot of these cards are not curving from the foiling process in this set, which is something the game has kind of been plagued with the last 3 or 4 sets, especially Commander Legends. Commander Legends was just awful with the foiling process. But we've got a Cursed Mirror, also from the Commander products. Quandrix Command in full art, that's really cool. 3 mana, does a bunch of different things. Claim the Firstborn as our foil etched English card. And I think this is Electrolyze, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think there's any other blue-red cards. That's like, if there was more etching on these things, they would be just beautiful. But not even the box up here is etched. Well, I'm not going to spend too much time complaining about those. They are still really nice, and the art is just gorgeous. But I think the foil ones overall are a little nicer in this set. We got a strategic planning and a stone rain, and then our fractal / treasure token. Even the tokens, the coloring in this set, just how deep and vibrant the colors are is really awesome. Hopefully we get a couple more of the Elder Dragons, or at least one more of the Elder Dragons. The blue-red one would be really sweet. It's kind of shot up in popularity over the course of the spoiler season. It's really, really good. We've got a Belladros Witherbloom non-alt art foil. That's really awesome. Radiant Performer, that's the commander slot full art card. Retriever Phoenix. It's okay, it's neat, but other than that, not really. I am pretty sure this is Duress at 1 black mana. Kind of looks like there's some Duress action going on there that is etched as well. We've got an Electrolyze English foil etched. Or etched foil. I'm not exactly sure how they want those to be pronounced. We've got 1 red +3/+2. So this is Infuriate, if I'm not mistaken. Pretty neat. And a full art foil Leonin Light Scribe. So this is our first full art foil of the main set. I guess the Belladros is kind of in that category. Got a nice little misprint token here. But they seem to be a lot more rare than maybe with previous sets. I'm assuming it's because of the Mystical Archive cards specifically, but that it's going to make those cards probably worth a couple more dollars just because they're going to be just so difficult to get a hold of. Unless everyone opens collector boosters, and I guess maybe that goes out the window. But we've got a Tempted with the Auric foil. Bronze Guardian from the Commander product. Strict Proctor, that's pretty sweet. This is a 2 mana 1/3 Flying Spirit Cleric. Whenever a permanent entering the battlefield causes a triggered ability to trigger, counter it unless its controller pays 2. A neat little effect. Kind of like that Hate Bearsy type effect. You'll probably see this pop up either in Legacy or Modern. Maybe it won't hit those formats. Maybe it'll only hit something like Pioneer in terms of its power level. But the fact that it's both a Spirit and a Cleric also has got to help this thing out quite a bit. That's pretty cool. We've got what looks to be strategic planning. It looks like some strategic planning is going on in there. Also, the art is very reminiscent of, it's got those 3 cards on there. One of the really cool things about this set that I learned from one of my co-workers here at the store, Xavier, the judge, the in-house judge, he had mentioned that the artists for both the Japanese and English versions of this set got the same kind of outline of what the company wanted for the art on the cards. So they got the same directions, there we go, for the art of the cards. And so you can kind of see it come through with some of the art, like strategic planning, for example, where you've got similar but very different arts. It's really, really awesome. Got a 2 mana black card that I wish I knew what it was, but there's a few of those as well. There's like Eliminate and Doomblade. We've got Electrolyze in the foil Japanese, and another fractal token with a pest on the back. We're flying through. We're halfway through this box. Gonna pick things up a little bit here so that we can get through this hopefully under 20 minutes. Shadrick's Silver Quill. It's a really awesome one to hit. That's another one of the Elder Dragons, black-white, or Silver Quill. Scholarship Sponsor. We've got a Culling Ritual. Really sweet new Wrath-ish type effect that also gives you some mana afterwards. A 1 mana black card in the Japanese etching. We've got a Tezzeret's Gambit. foil Japanese strategic planning. That's really, really awesome. And a full art foil confront the past, which is one of the lesson cards. Unfortunately, the whole lesson / learn mechanic didn't end up being what looks to be very powerful, but they're really cool cards nonetheless. Some of them will definitely break into Commander, which as long as your play group is okay with you having the learn or like the lesson cards as a kind of sideboard-esque type thing, then they should do some work. It was pretty cool. Manifestation Sage. Really good card if you plan on blinking. Essence Pulse from the Commander set. Magma Opus, which is a mythic in our full art slot here. Really awesome. Does a lot of things. We've got a etched foil Shock. See that etching on there? It's also the etching on these cards, it's all the exact same by the looks of it. I'm assuming this is a Cultivate. Kind of looks like a Cultivate. Could be a Croson Grip though. Again, I'm so sorry I did not familiarize myself fully with those. And a full art foil Crackle with Power, which is another mythic. So that pack was pretty jam-packed with mythics and some really good stuff. The Shock, I guess you could say it's a little underwhelming, but the etching on there, even though it is pretty minimal, looks really, really cool. Gnarled Professor. Triplicate Titan. It's pretty cool. There was, I think it's Phyrexian Triniform from Commander Legends that this card is kind of like. Sparring Regimen. We've got a Whirlwind Denial in our etched cards. 4 mana black. I cannot think of what that is. Either way, it's in the etched treatment as well. We've got 1 mana green, potentially Abundant Harvest, potentially Adventurous Impulse. Man, it's kind of disappointing. I'm disappointed in myself for not knowing those off the top of my head. Some of this excitement might be coming afterwards, because if that's the card that hasn't even been printed as an actual card yet, it's coming in Modern Horizons 2, Abundant Harvest. So where you name a non-land or land, and then whatever you hit first you put into your hand. I'm sure that card's going to be busted in one of the more competitive formats for sure. We've got a Wandering Archaic, what people are saying is going to be a big card in CEDH, Competitive Commander. It pretty much copies your opponent's instants and sorceries unless they pay 2. And then you can choose new targets and all that goodness. And then the backside, each player looks at the top 5 cards of their library, reveals a land and or instant or sorcery card from among them, puts those cards that they revealed into their hand and the rest on the bottom, and then each player gains 3 life. So even the backside has a lot of relevance, and the front side, if you land this and it goes kind of uncontested, it can really do some busted things. All the tutors and everything for Competitive Commander, like you can get some pretty silly things happening with the stack if that thing's on the battlefield. We got a Lochiel, Clockwork Scholar, Pestilent Cauldron, really sweet looking 1 red card, Claim the Firstborn. It's got to be Claim the Firstborn. Chaos Warp. That's a really good one. That is a Commander staple in our etched foiling here. It's really cool. Got 1 in a black card in our Japanese foil, and a Prismari Command. One of the better commands from the cycle. 2 more packs. All right. Go right here. Blade Historian. Give all your attacking creatures double strike. It's also a lot of devotion for either of those colors if you're playing a red-white deck. Felisa, Fang of the Silver Quill. It's one of the commander cards. Draconic Intervention. It's etched. We've got a Gift of Estates in our English etched, a Negate in the foil, and there's the English version of foil Abundant Harvest. That's the one I was talking about earlier. It's going to do something. It's just a matter of where. All right, we're on the last pack here. Hopefully we get some sweet stuff in this one. Baleful Mastery to start things off. Pretty cool, versatile removal spell. Got a Sprout Back Trudge. It's quite the name. Fervent Mastery. Revitalize. Might be one of the less impactful ones we could have opened in this pack. I want to say it's Brainstorm. And if so, that is really, really awesome. Very gorgeous art on this. I think that's Revitalize as well, though. We got 2 Revitalizes in this pack. That is unfortunate, to say the least. And a Shale, Dean of Radiance, which is really, really dark. It's also got that print line on there. I don't know if I can catch that. Yeah. But that art is beautiful. The owls, the birds, which are mostly owls, if not all owls in this set, are gorgeous looking cards. Just gorgeous. Well, that was pretty awesome. I'm going to quickly scan through some of these cards. Didn't get like a regular full art Demonic Tutor, Teferi's Protection. We didn't hit that or anything. I am almost certain, I am fairly certain that this is Demonic Tutor, and this is definitely the highlight of the box. This thing is not only gorgeous, this art is beautiful, but also it being that little bit of etching. Some people will still like this, and it's definitely going to pimp out somebody's deck. But the Japanese art, Mystical Archive cards are all really, really beautiful. And the fact that you have the foil ones in here as well, the foiling is really where it shines. Literally and figuratively. Like just the accenting that they did on these is gorgeous. And of course we got that Belladros Wither Bloom in our full art foil slot. And all these sweet etched foil cards. Well, that is everything for this box. Thank you for stopping by and watching. If you haven't picked up any of this product and you know about us or are close by to us, you can find all of these up on our website soon enough in terms of the singles. We also have pre-orders and all of the sealed product that you could ever need for Strixhaven. I hope you go and check out our website. We also do content on there like articles pretty much weekly at this point. We just started them a little bit ago, so we're still finding like our perfect schedule. But yeah, it's really exciting stuff. There's some pretty cool ones on there. One of the recent ones that was fairly popular was some myths and misconceptions of competitive Commander, and kind of opening up the discourse to that format and how fun that format can actually be, and you don't have to spend $1 million even to get into it. So I'm happy you stopped by to watch. I hope you have a great day. Take it easy.